Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. This is a collective tarot reading, okay? And this message might resonate with many. It might only resonate with one person out there, all right, which is fine. But please only take the message if it personally resonates with you. If you'd like a personal reading, that information is also down below each video. And let's go ahead and see what message Spirit would like to bring forth for you. Okay, so you have zombie control, and then bottom of the deck we have dawn, the light after the darkness. Okay. So first of all, Spirit wants you to know, I feel like for you, you've been going through a really rough time, and I feel like this feels a little bit out of your control. Okay. Spirit wants you to know there is a light after the darkness. There is a way through this. Okay, that this situation is not hopeless, and that you can gain back control of the situation. So I feel that whatever situation you're in, it feels like you've lost control, or you feel that someone has control over you in some way. And this is creating a very dark energy around you, and it's making you feel that you're not in control of your own life, that you're not in control over events that happen. It feels, honestly, it feels very oppressive, okay? I think that because you're feeling this way, you are experiencing like a loss of motivation, feeling a little bit hopeless as well. Okay, I'm seeing the hand reaching up towards what looks like towards the moon, and the hand is underground. So I feel like for you, you might be isolated. So I'm picking up like isolation energy. And maybe this is a bit beyond your control. So maybe it's like you're working a lot, or you just in general like don't have the time to be around a lot of people. So I feel like something here for you, you are allowing to control your life, different aspects of your life, okay? It's like you're no longer having fun with whatever this is. You're no longer even allowing yourself to have fun outside of whatever this is. If it's a job, it's like you're spending all your time, your energy, you're giving it all to work, and there's nothing left when you go home. It's like you go home in a zombie state, okay, tired, not no time for fun, no time for anything that makes you feel good or joyful. It's like just going home, sleeping, getting ready to do it all over again the next day, kind of getting caught in that loop of autopilot, you know, and losing a sense of motivation. So there can be a sense of isolation when we're in that mode as well, right? When we're in autopilot, it's like we're not all there. Okay, so you can be isolated even from yourself. So when I'm picking up a sense of isolation, you might have people all around you, but if you're just going through the motions, if you are putting all your time, all your energy into your job, into a project, into a relationship, and there's absolutely nothing left for anything else in your life, you're allowing whatever that is to control you, okay? And after a while, you start to become very tired, unmotivated. You start to feel like you're falling deeper and deeper into a hole, and it's harder and harder to kind of dig your way out of it, right? Okay, and this is because you are losing more and more control over your life, over your senses, even when you are going deeper and deeper into autopilot. As days go on, you are losing more and more control over your life, over your joy, over your senses, over your happiness. Because at the end of the day, there's no time left to give back to you. Everything is an energy exchange, right? So when you are giving every waking second of energy to a certain job, relationship, project, thing, whatever it is, when you're giving every waking second of time to it in some way, either getting ready for it, sleeping for it, or actually being there, doing it, whatever, you have no time left for you. Even if you are getting paid for whatever this is, saying it's a job, even if you're getting paid for whatever this is, it still is not a fair energy exchange, because they are zapping up all your energy, and the monetary energy, the financial energy, the money that you get back in exchange isn't helping you to refuel yourself, isn't helping you to replenish that energy that you have given them, because they just want to take more and more and more, right? So it has not been a fair energy exchange. This is where you have to find a balance, okay? You know, people talk a lot about work and home life balance, and this is definitely a time where that is needed. Or even like, it could also be in this situation, relationship, like partner versus alone time balance, right? Like we cannot be around someone all the time. We still have to have our own privacy, our own alone time to gather our own thoughts and energy, right? Well, at least for a lot of people, you know. So yeah, eventually whatever it is begins to control every aspect of your life. It doesn't matter how much you're getting paid for this. When you don't have any energy left to feel happy, when you don't have any energy left to do something you enjoy when you get home from work, when you don't have any energy left to tend to yourself, to take care of yourself because you're constantly tending and taking care of a partner or a relationship, right? This is not a fair energy exchange, okay? And it's because at the end of the day, they're left feeling invigorated, energetic. You know, if you're working for a company, the company begins to thrive. You're putting all your energy, all your extra time into it, you know, and probably you're not the only one. So, of course, that company begins to thrive, okay? But you are not, because you're giving your energy to the company. So they begin to thrive, you begin to lose motivation, lose will, right? It's not a fair energy exchange, okay? Same with relationships. If you are catering, caring, and tending to the partner 24/7 a day, you are giving every piece of energy to them, and you are not tending to yourself. You're not caring for yourself the way that you should, right? So these types of situations are what we can consider to be vampiric, energy vampire situations, because they want more and more and more of your energy, and they never ever give you enough back, if anything, right? If anything. Okay. So the good news here for you, there is light after darkness. There is dawn after this night here. Okay. There is a way to break free from this control that you have been under. Okay, something's controlling your life, whether it be a job, a relationship, or maybe even your own thoughts. Okay, you've allowed it to control too much around you. All right, so let's get another card. All right, see what other message we have here. Okay, so we have the transformation in reverse. Okay, so this is actually the death card in this deck. So you are preventing an ending. You are preventing a transition. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Even though it's like you would gain so much more control over your life, so much more energy over your life. I feel like you have been trying to hold on to whatever this is, and it has literally been controlling your life, trying to hold on to it when really I think you're just meant to let go, right? But you have held on to it with everything you have, okay, is what I'm seeing with the death card here. You're meant to go through this transition. You have been in this darkness energy, this night energy for so long that this dawn wants to come in. This breaking of day wants to come in for you, but you are holding on to this ending. You are trying to control the situation, okay? And Spirit is asking you to surrender, to let go and to surrender to this ending, to this transition, because Spirit wants to remind you you cannot control everything. You cannot, you can try, right? But when has that ever worked out for us, right? When we try to control everything, sometimes you have to just surrender to the universe. So let's get some clarifiers here. Let's take a look at zombie. Look at that. So Spirit is saying, why don't you allow this beautiful morning to come in? Okay. And again, this is radiant energy. All right. That is just being zapped out of you is what I'm seeing here. And Spirit's like, free yourself from this. Free yourself from this burden, from this control. Okay. Free yourself from this stress. And just allow this morning to come in. Do you realize that by letting go of this control, you're allowing this dawn to come in, this morning to come in. You're allowing joy to enter your life. You're allowing yourself to really be set free at a soul level, because the sun is a soul. Okay, so this is going to free your soul from this control, whatever you have allowed to control your life. Okay, let's take a look at the death card. We got the Four of Wands. I feel like for some of you, it's a relationship. For some of you, it's a relationship, okay? And you have tried to ignore these signs. You have tried to ignore it. Four Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I'm seeing 4 and 4, by the way. So you know you've been feeling tired. You know that you've been giving too much to this relationship. You know that you haven't been receiving enough back. You know this. But yet, you try to ignore it. Somehow you've convinced yourself it is not in your best interest to let go of this connection. And I feel like this could be a commitment for some of you. For some of you, you might even have a child with this person, and that's the reason why you're holding on to it. With the Four of Wands here, you might share a home with this person. But it's like you've convinced yourself that this is the only comfortable place for you, that this is where you belong. When truly, I don't feel that it is. Especially if you're feeling so drained in this connection. So Spirit wants you to know that you do deserve better than that. There is daylight. There is a new day for you. Okay, let's get another card. We got creativity. You love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. So I also feel like your creativity has suffered in this connection. I seriously feel this is like a energetic, vampiric relationship. I just do. Okay, your soul wants to create. Your soul wants to co-create with you. Okay, wants to co-create your life, your new dawn. So your soul is longing to co-create with you, and you have not been allowing it because you have been allowing something else to control you and to do all of the creating. And for some reason, it's like you do not want to let go of this. You do not want to let go of whatever it is. Okay? For some reason, you've been trying to prevent the ending here that you know is inevitable. And if it's a relationship, I feel you know that you won't be happy in this relationship. You know that you won't be happy here forever. And I really feel like you're not happy now. I feel that you're not accepting that and you don't want to accept that. Okay? In a way, this is really you trying to control the situation. You are trying to control it by not allowing this ending. You are trying to control it by not letting go. Okay? But Spirit is saying, you know what? I think you're ready. I think that you are ready to release control of this situation. I think you are ready to release control that this situation or this person has over you. I think you're ready to lovingly embrace this ending. Okay, and know that this is a way of life. Okay, things change. People change. Situations change. And that's okay. Sometimes we have to accept that. Sometimes we have to accept it, embrace that, and move forward. Okay, sometimes we have to just release control in that way. We have tolerance here. You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. All right, so a tolerance coming out here and acceptance. I think that you are really willing to accept a dynamic that you really don't want, or accept certain energies, certain things about your relationship or about your person that really I think that you really don't want, but you're ready to accept that. You're willing to tolerate all of these things that drain you, that make you feel really kind of dissociated, on autopilot, going through the motions. You're willing to tolerate that. You're willing to accept that, to keep this connection or keep whatever it is, this job, this whatever. But Spirit is asking you why you are not willing to tolerate yourself, your dreams, your goals, your soul, what you want, why you are not ready to accept, okay, yourself. Because Spirit is telling me that in some way, in some shape or form, you really have trouble accepting yourself on some level. And so you give and you give and you give to others until you're drained, until you're on autopilot. Because you're so tired, because you're so drained. Until whatever it is that you're giving to begins to control you. And Spirit is saying, don't you see? You're not being tolerant towards yourself? Don't you see that you're not really accepting yourself? This is what Spirit wants you to realize, okay? So let's get a few more cards here. So we have Candelabra, invitation, party, event. It came out in reverse, okay, under creativity. So yeah, this is really feeling isolated, okay? You do. You feel isolated. Why? Because you are isolated. And you're probably saying, no, I'm not. I have people around me. I have, my relationship. I have, coworker, whatever it is, friends. And Spirit's like, no, you are. You are isolated, okay? Because you have spiritually isolated yourself, okay? You have not allowed your soul, your inner sun, to shine. You have been on autopilot. You have not even been yourself, okay? You have been going through the motions. But where is your consciousness when you're going through those motions? Where are you, is what Spirit is asking you. This is why you feel isolated, because you're not present. You're not grounded. And you deserve to be present. You deserve to be grounded. You deserve to have joy, to have a beautiful relationship to celebrate, okay? You deserve all of it. You deserve to be accepted. You deserve all of that. And you deserve to be accepted for you and who you really are. So Spirit is asking you to make a conscious decision, okay, to get off autopilot, quit going through the motions. It's really easy to do, to just be on autopilot when you're not thinking about it. But throughout the day, kind of check in with yourself and say, okay, am I just going through the motions right now, or am I grounded? Am I present in the moment? Okay. Ask yourself those questions, and it'll really start bringing you back down to earth when, you start feeling a bit disconnected. We have haunted house, entertainment, facing fears, and fun. Okay, Spirit's saying, when's the last time you have had fun? Okay, when? All right, because it's time that you allow yourself some grounding. It's time you allow yourself some joy. It's time you allow yourself some fun. And this card is also about facing your fears of being alone. Because Spirit is telling me, if this reading resonates with you, okay, you have a fear deep inside of being alone that you don't want to accept, that you don't want to admit. And you don't even want to tolerate that thought, okay? You don't want to tolerate that thought. You don't want to admit it to yourself at all. You're like, no, I don't. I don't have that fear. You do, though. Okay? And this is why. And this is why. Because you have not truly been alone with yourself for a very long time. And the reason why is because you've been on autopilot. You've been going through the motions, and again, you haven't been present. You haven't been grounded. You haven't been present in the present moment. And so you have not been spending a lot of time with yourself. You have not truly been spending time with others, even if there's been 20 people around you all day long, you're not truly spending time with them. You may not even be aware of them for most of the day. Think about yesterday. Think about the day before yesterday. How many times were you fully aware of the people around you? How many times did you stop what you were doing and just be present with them in the moment while they're talking to you? How many times did you stop looking at your phone, stop typing on the computer, and just listen and engage in that conversation without thinking of anything else, without thinking of where you need to be, where you're trying to go, how late you're going to be? When was the last time that's happened? If it's been quite a while, I would say no matter how many people you have around you, you have been so very alone. And this fear of being alone tells you, no. I don't have a fear of being alone. I have people all around me, right? I have people all around me all the time, okay? That's your fear speaking. But when you're not present with those people, when you're not in the moment, trust and believe, you are alone. All right? So there's an acceptance of that fear that needs to happen, an acceptance of it and facing it, okay? Saying, you know what? Fine. I'm not afraid to be alone. I'm going to face that. I'm going to face my fear, okay? And also, I feel a lot of times, I think you might say things or do things to be more accepted in some way by people around you. And I think you really go out of your way to be very accepting of everyone around you, be very tolerable of everyone else's points of view, everyone else's emotions, and accept everything about everyone else. But at the end of the day, you don't really feel so accepted and embraced by the same people. You feel, because if you did feel that, you wouldn't feel that you have to give and give and give and give and give until there's nothing energetically left. Like, you wouldn't feel that you had to go to work and work yourself to a point to where you're on autopilot for the next few days. You wouldn't feel that you had to just, and you know, doing that just to get noticed. You wouldn't feel like you had to just give and give and give and give to your partner without ever receiving anything back. No. If you truly accepted yourself, you wouldn't feel that. So it's time to face that fear. And it's the fear of rejection. That's what it's stemming from, the fear of not being accepted. Maybe it's a fear of being seen as intolerable, right? But you know, it's just a fear at the end of the day. It's just a fear. And the people that love you are going to love you. They're going to accept you for you. And the people that don't accept you for you, and they don't deserve to have you around. It's their loss. Okay? That's what Spirit wants you to know. Let's get another card for tolerance. Okay, we have Gravedigger, Demise, Downfall, Termination. So yeah, this is like being afraid. For some of you, I feel like you just are on autopilot going through the motions because it's like you're afraid to speak your point of view because you feel like For some of you, it's like at a job, you feel like you'll be terminated for some reason. And this could be your point of view of the job, okay? Or not accepting certain things that you should not accept there. But for those of you who are dealing with that, I feel like this is a place that you are meant to leave. And that's what Spirit is telling me, that if this is a job, you're meant to leave this place. You are meant to be in another place. And that's what I'm getting. But you're allowing this to control you by not leaving, by not surrendering. Okay. So yeah, and you know, with this card, it's like there's this fear within you that, you know, leaving the relationship, leaving the job, leaving whatever it is going to like trigger your downfall or trigger like this demise of yours. Like there is this feeling of gloom and doom when you think about ending this, okay? And Spirit's like, you know what? Be more tolerable of your path and who you are, okay? Be more tolerable for what you can handle energetically, how much you can give, and when there is that cutting off point, okay? You have to be more tolerant of yourself. You have to accept yourself more. You're giving too much to others, okay? And you're not getting that energy back. So bottom line, okay, accept yourself more. Be more present in the moment, okay? And if this situation is draining you, it's not working out, listen, Spirit is saying you are meant for something else. You are meant for something bigger, something better, something so much more, okay? Really, you are. So whether that's a relationship, a job, whatever it is, if this resonates. So I'm going to get one more card. So we have Nuriel, the angel. Let's see, I just got this deck. It's a number 22. The angel of hail, fire, and spellbinding. Subdue elements and protection. This is the angel who wards off evil, okay? And subdues elements, okay? So this angel is coming to you to help bring you out of this spell of disconnection that you felt like you've been in, this like hot fog, this haze, okay? This is also the power to unbind. So I feel that for some of you, you're having such a hard time walking away from this, even though you know it's wrong for you. Even though you know you want to walk away, you're not. And Spirit's saying for some of you, it's because of a binding that has been placed on you or placed on your energy. And this angel, Nuriel, with the number 22, the element of fire as well, would like to help you with this unbinding. So this unbinding is coming to you now, but just ask Angel Nuriel for help, okay? So right now, this angel, this beautiful angel Nuriel, is covering you with fiery wings of protection to make you immune to any kind of evil that comes your way. Okay, she wants you to carry a fire agate on you for protection with you as well. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. Know that you're okay. You are protected in whatever change letting go of this is going to bring. All right, you have a beautiful new day in front of you. So that's a reading that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.